What a gwan, peeps, what a gwan. It's Valerie's Naturals Oracles. And if you are here for this week's tarot card interpretation. And we're at number 8, the Strength card. So, if you've not subscribed yet, why not? Hit the subscribe button in the alert bell so you know when I'm going to do another video. Because I'm going to put my own spin on what the Strength card is all about. I've also done a worksheet, a basic worksheet that anybody has access to. The link will be in the description below. But there is also an extended one which goes into all explanations, including love, finance, health, work. Have I left anything else? Spirituality and the reversals to all those as well. And that's extended, but that is on my Patreon. They get full access to it. And for the price of a coffee, even for that alone, to learn tarot and to go back to the past editions. I started from 0 and I'm now up to week 8. Or is it week 9? Because the 4 is 0, but we could have that debate too. But anyway, let's get on with this explanation. So, the Strength card. This is one of those really important ones, but sometimes people don't know what to say about this card. It's a little bit redundant sometimes. So we're definitely going to do interpretations on this one. Do you know what I mean? Some serious, strong interpretations. To me, this is all about feminine strength because most of these cards, and I'm going to show you some exceptions in a minute, but most of these strength cards in all these decks, especially the Rider-Waite decks, okay, and there are a few exceptions, but are usually feminine, are usually the feminine with a lion. Do you know what I mean? It's like showing feminine strength or, I mean, take it, flip it, switch it. Energy is energy. To me, it could be a man, it could be a woman, it could be a man. You know, it could be a man in his feminine energy. But to me, it exudes feminine energy. It's about the strength that a woman has, the self-love she has, the way she tames herself and has strength not to, you know, in certain cases, it depends on what it is. I mean, if it's to do with love, you have a strong relationship. You have the strength to you know, to carry on in that relationship. You know, in reversal, it's going to be a weak, stagnant person, though. But what you should always look at, again, is the pictures and what's going on here. When you see green in these cards, especially lush land, it's about a positive statement. It's a positive statement. But do you see the mountains in the background? You could put your spin on it and say, you know, you're having strength to move mountains. Do you know, you could put all sorts of spin on it. You know, the lion can be vicious sometimes. Do you have a sharp edge to you? I mean, I could go on and on and on. Just looking at this, I mean, this looks like the Empress with the infinity symbol, doesn't it? You know, infinity and beyond. But infinity is actually a twin flame soulmate, soul connection number. It's just on its side, the number 8. The number 8 on its side is the infinity number. And that and the number 11. That's why I always say 4 of 1 is 11. But I'm digressing now. But I'm just showing the symbolism that's here. When you see yellow in here, it's about illumination. It's about brightness. It's about light. Do you know what I mean? I could keep going. But my interpretation of this card is yeah, it's strength. It's self-love. It's basically just strength. But I did say this previously. But what I want to show you now is some other versions of the Strength card in different decks like I normally do. And there's some surprising ones because most of them do depict a woman because of the feminine energy. But some cards do a spin on it. So the first one I'm going to go to is the Witch's Tarot. This is a really famous one. But look at this one. It's just this woman standing with a lion, which you expect. And it's the same kind of thing. There's mountains in the background. There's lush green. It's just another spin on the Rider-Waite. But here we've got here now is the Hanson Robert Tarot deck. I love this deck. I've got the miniature. This is the miniature versions. Most of these are going to be, apart from one, these are mostly miniature versions that I like to walk around with. This one is new for me, actually, but I do love it. And it just gives another interpretation of the Rider-Waite. But do you notice the different languages on there? You know, these cards, if you don't know it or not, is quite famous. The Hanson Robert Tarot deck is quite a famous one. It's been around for a while. Do you know what I mean? And there's Mary Hanson Roberts. But yeah, but it's the same thing. It does have a more dark connotation to it on this one as opposed to this one. This is a lot brighter and this one's a lot brighter. But this one's a little bit more somber. Do you know what I mean? And you can see that it was actually coloured in with pencil, can't you? It's a fantastic one. But I've got two exceptions to the rule. I had to bring them out today. I've got the African American Tarot. And here is the Strength card here. In this one, we've got a man. And not only do we have that, we have the actual sun here. Or is it the moon? The full moon. It could be the sun though. But it's exuding masculine energy. This is the point to this one. This is why I had to show you this one. It's exuding masculine energy. He's got his hand in this lion's mouth, like he has the strength to do that. He hasn't got the third eye. He's got 6 eyes there, 2 sets of third eyes, and he's got his axe. This is completely different from the strength cards that we've got here or here. Do you know what I mean? She's alluding to her strength, but he's alluding to his manliness. See, this is what I say to you when don't always stick to one card, because they do give off different. The cards give off different. I have to say energies. They give off different energies. You know, because this is a man in his masculine energy, being a manly man. And exuding his masculine energy. And I've got one more here before I actually go through the textbook explanation of the strength card. And I've got 2 today, but one is very short. But look at this one. This is the Raven's Prophecy Tarot. I've got to admit, I don't like this deck. I did a review on it. If you want to see it, go back to my reviews. There's a whole playlist of reviews that I've done of cards, and this is not one of my favorite ones, but for this purpose I had to show you the strength card here. Now this is just another way of showing what strength is. It's like strength. It gives me another image of like solidarity. But do you see the pentagon symbol and the infinity symbol? Okay, it's like solidarity, it's like community, it's like we have the power. Oh no, is that Lone Rangers or something? I don't know, but anyway, yeah, it's like it shows a completely different picture from this or even this. You know, where it's got people in this one hasn't. It's just like a show of power, a show of strength. But I guess in reverse, it's like, oh no, that's a damper on that, isn't it? It's just a weak thing, isn't it? So yeah, so I'm going to read you the actual textbook interpretation. And if you want a short version, this is what it's got this is a booklet I got with the Giant Rider Way. And I just thought I'd show you this one because I just thought it was interesting. So the strength card, and you could probably screenshot this as well. Power, energy, action, courage, magnanimity. And in reverse, it says abuse of power, despotism, weakness, and discord. See, people don't know how to explain this card sometimes. So I'm going to read you another book version before I go. Okay? And you let me know what you think. And don't forget, there is going to be a basic leaflet that everybody has access to that you can get, but the extended will be on Patreon. So anyway, the interpretation for this wonderful card is feminine qualities such as patience and democracy, as opposed to aggression, combined with courage, will achieve the required results and bring success. The strength card reveals that you have a reserve of inner strength that provides you with more power than you realize. This can be expressed through quiet determination. This card can also symbolize feminine charms to which men succumb. So it is particularly strong in a woman's reading regarding relationships. I mean, yeah, that's kind of a little bit taken me by surprise, because that's not come up before in actual interpretations that I've read about this. You know, about feminine wiles. I always just thought it was a show of strength, show of solidarity, having strength in the situation, being the strong one. But when you talk about a woman's strength in her, and how she's her woman wiles. You know, that's another thing entirely. Anyway, I'm going to leave this alone. Please subscribe, hit the alert bell, comment, like, share, get it out there. And if you have no people that are learning actual tarot, they can get my spin on it. Just direct them towards the playlist. And most of all, there is a worksheet that you can have free of charge that I'm putting a link to in the description box. It's completely public. Anybody can have it. And I'm doing an extension, which I will also put in the link in the description box. And you can get hold of that through my Patreon for the price of a coffee. So, take care. I hope you enjoyed that. And Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.